Welcome to the Patrick Show and the Walk and Talk with special guest Carmen and Turgeon. The first question I got for you is, what's a fun fact about your friend Ally?
A fun fact about my friend Ally would be that she actually has the same car as me.
Okay, interesting enough. What kind of car is it?
We drive Broncos.
Broncos, okay, I hear you on that. And then what's your favorite Bible verse?
I actually just recently learned this one, but Proverbs 16:3, it says, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established.
That's a good one, I might have to steal that one for prayer.
Yeah.
But with that, let's head to the pod. Peace. Part 2 of the Walk and Talk with special guest Ally Boone. Question for you first is, what's a fun fact about your friend Carmen?
So Carmen used to work at a nutrition place, so she now teaches us how to make different smoothies and teas in our room. So
she's the chef in a way there. I like it.
Yes, she put me on.
And then what's your favorite Bible verse?
So me and Carmen started learning Bible verses together, and the first one we learned was Proverbs 16:3, commit your works to the Lord and your plans will be established.
Yeah, awesome. And with that, we'll head to the podcast. Peace. Welcome to the Patrick Show. This is season 3, episode 15, and we're here at Limestone University with not one but 2 exciting guests alongside me. I joked alongside them prior to the show about the freshman deadly duo bunch there, but alongside me, I'm gonna give you both the floor. But before doing so, as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We got a little bee interfering here, but I think we're good, right? I think we're good. All right, awesome. Well, I'll start off with you then. Since you're already the first victim here, Carmen, share with us, tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey.
I recently started playing softball in the 8th grade.
Okay.
I danced my whole life.
Really?
I was a dancer, yeah. And then my mom, my dad was like, he told us he was gonna take us on Disney trips if we could dance. He was like, I'll buy you an iPad if you quit dance. So then one day I was like, okay, I'll quit, I'll try softball.
Yeah.
I also tried basketball, didn't really like that. But I did enjoy softball. I started immediately pitching, but I did have to play catch up.
Oh, I see.
Because I started super late.
Yeah.
But I enjoy softball a lot.
Good. And then the other duo here, Ally Boone, go ahead and tell us and introduce yourself.
So I'm Ally. I played a lot of sports growing up.
Yeah.
It was between gymnastics, softball, and soccer.
Okay.
I'm obviously not a runner, so soccer was out of the picture pretty early. But then I had to choose between gymnastics and softball, and I actually broke my wrist when I was doing gymnastics, so I had to get out of practice for that, and then I lost my flexibility, so I just turned into a softball player after that.
There you go. Well, clearly for you both landing here at Limestone University, softball is definitely a perfect fit. And of course, we'll talk along with you both journeys. But before going any further here on the Patrick Show, we'll be sure to start us off in prayer. So let's go ahead and bow our heads for a short prayer. Father God, I thank you again for the journeys, the experiences that you give us each and every day, Lord. I just ask and pray, Lord, that we can continue to give all glory and honor to your name. As it says in the book of 1 Peter, it was in chapter 3, verse 15, it says to sanctify ourselves and be prepared to give an answer, Lord. I ask and pray, Lord, that no matter what situation we may be in, Lord, that we can be prepared to speak boldly upon your name, that we're not ashamed, but we can give all glory and honor to your name. Thank you again for all that you do and shall continue to do in our lives, giving all honor and praise to the Most High, Jesus Christ's name that I pray, amen. Amen. And with that always ties in, that always leads to the big time, or not the big time question, I'm jumping a little too far ahead, but the hot take. And I'll start with you, Ally, with the hot take. And with the hot take here, with sports, and you mentioned already playing various sports throughout your life, what would Ally be known for outside of the sports world?
I feel like I would be known for my sarcasm.
Okay.
I learned it from my dad. I usually have a very straight approach on how I talk. I mean well by it, but a lot of people can't read it. So I think just my sense of humor, I think people would know a lot about me. And also people say that I laugh a lot, so I try to show a little different side of me because my sarcasm is pretty serious.
Okay, I hear you on that. A bit of a straight shooter there, but I like to laugh a lot there too. And same question to you regarding that with the hot take, Carmen.
I feel like mine would definitely be how outgoing I am.
Yeah.
I love to talk. I love to talk about myself.
Okay.
I'm always talking, non-stop talking.
Yeah.
I can talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I could talk to a brick wall. Like, I love to talk.
Yeah.
And I'm always, like, I'm not ashamed to just be very open with how I feel and just everything. So I would say I'm very outgoing, and I'm known for that.
Cool. Well, this is the perfect platform to do that talk. And on this Patrick Show, we'll go ahead and go right back to you here on this next question, Carmen. What specifically sparked or allowed you to pursue softball?
Definitely my mother.
Yeah.
She played tennis and basketball in college.
Okay.
My dad, along with saying quitting dance, he was like, quit softball. He's like,
man.
just go to college, have fun, because I'm very social and open. He's like, you're going to want to be on a big campus, doing big things, and he was right for a really long time. But now that I'm here, my mom really pushed softball, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. And then what about yourself as well, Ally?
My dad, my mom, and my grandpa all either taught baseball or softball, or they actually played it themselves. My parents were both also collegiate athletes. My mom played basketball in college, and my dad wrestled at Pitt. So I came from a prodigy, I guess. I had to have some sort of sport as like my focus. And my brother played baseball, but he ended up not liking it and wrestled like my dad did. So I had to at least give somebody a glove. So it was really just my family who got myself into it, and then I found a love for it myself.
Yeah, cool story there. You know, basically, from what I'm hearing correctly, a sports family on both sides there. And I'll go right back to you again, Ally. Going or playing at high school at Dutch Fork, is that correct? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw any shade, but that's an interesting name, Dutch Fork, when I did my research upon that. But give us an idea of how that experience was playing softball there.
So I would say like it built my character more than like my physical ability to play softball, just because everybody didn't really have the dream or desire to play in college. Yeah. So obviously with travel ball, we have a desire to go play at collegiate, and now that I'm already here, we all have the same goal and we're fighting towards that. Yeah. But people would use it as like a time filler. So like learning how to manage people with different goals and desires on the field, and like how to communicate to them even if they didn't necessarily want to be out there. So it was just how to handle people with kindness, but also be firm enough with them to get them towards that.
Yeah, high school is definitely a different mix there with different goals, different mindsets there. I'm sure you had to take on that leadership role. And similar to you as well, Carmen, tell us about the Wheatmore experience there.
The Wheatmore experience was definitely a lot of fun. I got to play with my sister, and my senior year, my mom actually ended up having to help coach. So it was definitely fun. But like Ally said, it is going from there to here with playing with everyone who has a desire to play. Right. It's a lot different.
I bet.
And with me playing at Wheatmore, it was definitely fun, but different. Okay. It was a little difficult playing in a conference where our conference was really stacked. Yeah. They were really good. Someone on our conference actually won states.
Oh, year. Wow. Okay.
So the level of competitiveness from like people or Wheatmore in general versus the other teams, a lot of the other teams had stacked teams with all committed people who had the desire. And then Wheatmore, we just played for fun. Yeah. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. The girls were great. And they listened to what people had to say.
Yeah. Good there. And obviously when I was looking at the numbers and the statistics, obviously you both led your high school careers in, a bunch of stats from batting average. I'm trying to even list them all here, from batting average, stolen bases, fielding percentage, hits, runs, and etc. there. And I'll go right back to you here again, Carmen. With that, what was the work ethic needed to take on that leadership role?
I definitely don't want to lie.
No, you're good. You're
good. So I definitely didn't put in the work ethic I probably should have.
Really? Okay.
But my mom also strived me to pitch every day.
Good. And
hit when I could. And I did most of the time, but some days I would slack off.
Sure.
But at our level, it was just different. Now I would have to work a lot harder.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
I did put in the work that was needed.
Good. I appreciate the honesty there. I really do. And same question there. What was some of the work ethic needed to take on that leadership role at Dutch Fork?
I feel like I used to prioritize like just getting the reps and going in the weight room, but like when I was at Dutch Fork and like during travel ball, I realized like how much I needed to sit down and also work my mental into it as well, because I would overload myself so much and I would like try to fill my schedule up back to back, and I wouldn't realize how much of a mental toll that was taking on me. So I had to like sit down, and I joined a Bible study back at home, and it helped me be like mindful about like what I was doing with my time and like making sure that I wasn't doing too much that I couldn't take care of.
That's good.
Yeah, so just sitting down and like focusing on you're doing a lot and that's good, but just making sure it's not too much.
Good. That's well noted there. And similar to what you said earlier, Carmen, you as well played in a very tough competition, but you guys were ranked in South Carolina, both your upperclassmen years, top 75. Give us an idea of the competition it was like playing day in, day out there.
So Dutch Fork softball, it was not the best of competition, but my coach always tried to. Somerville was like top in our state, and we played them. Like we always got scheduled against the top competition because that's what like most of the people on the team wanted to do, and they wanted to play like the best competitors, even if we didn't compare like up against them. Like just having that sort of experience and see where we would end up like measuring. But when it comes to like numbers, I really try not to focus on that because I really get in my head. Like at the end of the season, I usually look at my stats, but in season, if I were to see, oh, my batting average is really bad right now, then I'll try to overcorrect, or if it's doing good, then I'll put too much pressure on keeping it. So I try to block that out as much as I can.
That's a good perspective. I've never even thought about it from that viewpoint there. And I'll go right back to you here on this next question, Carmen. You not only played softball, respectfully, you also played a little bit of tennis there. And to brag on you being number one in singles your senior year. How did the tennis courts benefit your softball career?
It taught me a lot of patience. Tennis is a very slow game, and it is an individual sport. And so I kind of blamed myself a lot, like if things went south. But tennis was a lot of fun. It gave me softball I took very seriously. Tennis was fun. I did end up taking tennis very seriously towards the end of the season of my senior year because I won the conference tournament. So I was trying to do good in regionals. But it definitely taught me a lot of patience, and hand-eye coordination kind of go hand in hand together. But I would say that helped me with batting.
Good. I
the swings are definitely a little different. It's supposed to throw you off, but the hand-eye coordination helped. But it definitely taught me the most was patience.
Awesome. Patience is key there. And like I mentioned already, both you guys, it being your freshman season here at Limestone University, I'll go back to you here, Ally. What exactly led to the transition here from high school ball to Limestone?
So I had anxiety before I got on campus, but like when I got to campus, it was like a completely different ball game because I am antisocial and Carmen is so not. And just like I was really worried about like the big shift and meeting the new coach, and we recently just had a coaching staff change as well, so it was getting used to that because I was prepping for a certain coaching staff, and now that it wasn't there, it was also resetting. And then my school schedule, since I'm in honors college, it's 10 times more packed than usual, so it was just a lot happening at once. So like my biggest impact, or at least issue, when I was transitioning was my anxiety, but Carmen's helped me a lot with that.
There you go. The freshman duo there, one helps the other there. And then as well to you, Carmen, what was the transition from Wheatmore to you?
I was super excited. I just couldn't wait to get out of that small town. I do miss my people from home though. But the transition, I just was very excited to come and play with a group of girls that had the same passion I had for the sport.
Okay.
So I was really looking forward to that. But like Ally said, with the coaching staff switch, I was really nervous for that.
Okay.
But I do love our new pitching coach, Coach Moore. He's great.
Good.
But I wasn't too worried about the transition.
Awesome. I'm
excited.
glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad you were excited, looking forward to here at Limestone University. And we'll also talk about the most recent event here going against Clemson University, a scrimmage head-on matchup there. Give us an idea with that, Carmen, how that experience was.
It was actually a lot of fun. Going to play at a big facility like that, getting to experience playing a team, a Power 5 D1 school, was very, very fun. It did teach us we have some things to work on and grow as a team, but the mental part of the game, we knew going into it not to have too high of expectations for ourselves, but we actually played really well as a team. Yeah. And I would say we succeeded our expectations.
Good. That's a good way to put it there. I'm sure it was eye-opening, but it was about the experience and developing one as a team there. But how was your experience there at the Clemson University scrimmage?
Honestly, it was a lot of fun, but I feel like we really used it to learn how we would handle as a team, how we would lose, because it's easy to be happy when you were winning, but like seeing how our team would handle losses, I feel like was important too, and also just like how I would view the rest of the season, like because even when we were not doing like the best score-wise, we still weren't playing like it, and we were like chanting in the dugout, and we were all supporting our freshman pitcher playing against these D1 like prospects, and it was just really cool to see that the energy was still there. So it was just the fact that like we still had a good morale while we were doing it as well. Yeah,
that's very true what you said there. You know, it's very easy to be happy when you're winning and succeeding, but what's your character like whenever there's difficulties? And I'm glad you guys were able to succeed and find happiness and joy through that. And we'll kind of go from there and talk about some of the biggest challenges you faced so far in your freshman season.
I feel like my biggest challenge is understanding my role on the team, because from Dutch Fork, I was one of the people who took softball seriously, and on my travel ball team, I was the starting catcher on my, like, I just always was that like big rock on the team. And coming into a campus where there is a senior catcher and I'm also a catcher, and we're like going back and forth for a spot, like understanding that I don't need to overcompensate for what I need to do, and I just need to be myself and create the relationships that I need, and not just be like overbearing with what I'm trying to accomplish.
That's really good. That's really good there. I appreciate you adding that and sharing that. And what about yourself? What are some of the biggest challenges you faced so far?
I would say similar to Ally. In my high school season, I pitched every single game, never got taken out. And going from not having another pitcher, coming here to having 8, I'm enjoying it. But it is a big switch because, like Ally said, learning your role. Because obviously you want to succeed, you want to strive out there on the field. But coming in I was a senior, now I'm a freshman, I'm just a little freshman. And they're the big seniors. So having to start over with that. But the girls are really great, and just knowing my role, like Ally would say.
Good. And obviously time will certainly tell with the role for you both ladies here. And we'll talk a little bit about what you're specifically studying here at Limestone. I'll throw that question to you, Ally.
So me and Carmen are both in honors college, so that is just a chunk of our time already taken up. But yeah, I'm double majoring. I'm doing business and pre-OT.
Okay, sweet. And what about yourself?
I am majoring in nursing. In high school, I did dual enrollment, and I fell like 2 credits short of an associate's degree because I didn't want to take the class. But I only need 2 more classes until I'm in nursing school.
Cool.
So that'll start soon. But like Ally said, honors does take up a chunk of our time. Those night classes.
That sounds very difficult there. I'll throw this next question to you, Carmen. I guess how exactly have you been able to balance the two from sports and academics?
Our coaches are really great about giving us They're always school comes first.
Yeah.
But having Ally as a suite mate, and we have a lot of classes together, does help. We watch Amoeba Sisters for bio. We study flashcards. But having her helps a lot because we keep each other on our toes with our schedules and softball. Yeah. But our coaches are very understanding about school comes first. Yeah. So I think that helps a lot. And we have a lot of resources.
Right.
There's a lot of resources on campus for students because 95% of our school is athletes.
I didn't know that. That's great. That's great to hear, though, having accountability with one another there. Is there anything else you'd like to add to what she had said?
More of just like whenever I was in high school, like these ideas of study habits seemed good, and I just would never do it. And with Carmen, like we hold ourselves accountable, and now we sit down and actually do it. I would procrastinate in high school, and I would like wait to the last second. And Carmen's like, we have something due on Friday, let's do it on Monday, so we don't have to wait. Just because we do have such a busy schedule with softball and everything else.
Good. That's fantastic to hear there. And of course, if you're still listening, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our merchandise and our platforms here with myself and our two special guests here at Limestone University. And that will kind of lead us into the big time question. Are you ladies ready for the big time question?
Sure.
All right, awesome. I'll throw this question first to you here, Carmen, with the big time question. I know you guys mentioned a little bit about your role, and it's still developing, so to speak, but what are some team goals you have here this your freshman season?
Team goal, I would say, is to definitely just have fun. All the girls get along pretty well. Yeah. And good chemistry with a team is really important to me because it will take you a long way. Like Ally said at the beginning of the podcast, how we'll do in losing situations. But if we build each other up, it'll be nice. And then personal goal, it's definitely... like I told you, I didn't practice how I really should have. But coming in with a great new pitching coach. Sorry, a bug just flew
the
my
bee
eye.
attacks are ridiculous here. Yes.
But coming in with a new pitching coach, he's already taught me so much. So just working through like my spins and stuff, learning new things, being open to trying and learning anything possible. Definitely my personal goal is being coachable. Yeah,
great. That's a great answer there. And then what about yourself, Ally?
Honestly, I think it's to make the sack tourney because last year we did fall short of that, so I feel like that's just like a thing that we can measure. Like obviously we can have like a good team morale and that's a good goal, but we can't really like show that other than just like based off of personal opinion. So I feel like a good like marker is if we make the sack tourney, especially with the new coaches and everything. Like I feel like our team chemistry is on the right track right now. And like we hang out outside of like softball practices and like we go to Bible studies together and like we go shopping.
Good.
We find ways to hang out with everybody, so it's just like now let's put it on the field and let's show it and prove it there because we have it like in personal like relationships, but let's see if we can have that chemistry on the field.
Yeah, that's great transitioning the success outside to here on the softball field, of course, is a big time goal of you both. And I'll give you both the floor here before we wrap up, and I'll give it to you here, Ally. Is there any words of encouragement you would like to give to anybody listening?
Honestly, I feel like me and Carmen have kind of learned this through each other is don't put God on the back burner. Me and Carmen, we have sat down and we've, like we said earlier, like we learn verses now and we try to be able to be a Bible for somebody, like because somebody will not sit down and like hear about the gospel themselves, so we need to bring it and present it to other people. So just show God through you and through your actions and how you treat people.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. And then what about yourself, Carmen?
Yes, just always be kind. You never know what someone's going through, and just being nice can change someone's whole day. And I would like to shout out my family and our Bible studies. They're really great.
Yeah, there you go. And as always here, as I've said numerous times before, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our merchandise and gear. And as we head out, we just say peace on three. Does that sound good with you ladies?
Perfect.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace.